Conventional wisdom says the mythical $25,000 Tesla died when Elon Musk redirected the next-generation platform to a driverless Cybercab built without steering wheels or pedals. But inside a high-security bay at Gigafactory, Texas, heavy stamping presses slam down on massive single-piece underbodies while unpainted modular chassis blocks click together like industrial Lego bricks. What looks like the cancellation of an affordable consumer car is actually the secret deployment of Project Redwood, a manufacturing paradigm built to crush Chinese supply chains before the legacy auto industry even realizes the game is changed. Subscribe to catch the shift before it hits. For nearly 2 decades, you watched a clean, textbook cascade play out across the automotive landscape. The exorbitant, hand-built Roadster funded the sleek Model S. The fat margins from luxury sedans financed the high-volume Model 3 and Model Y. That 4-step sequence was the foundational bedrock of Elon Musk's original 2006 master plan. The entire strategy pointed toward one ultimate destination, using mass-market scale to produce a high-volume, deeply affordable electric vehicle for the global working class. It was the promised land of sustainable transit, designed to disconnect everyday commuters from fossil fuels once and for all. Then, the clean narrative ran headfirst into a wall of brutal physical bottlenecks. Building a cheap car sounds simple until you were trapped in the claustrophobic nightmare of battery supply shortages, stainless steel body stamping failures, and a high-stakes pivot toward full autonomous driving. The promised $25,000 vehicle, floated in headlines as Model 2, analyzed on Wall Street as Model Q, and codenamed internally as Project Redwood, faded into a corporate ghost. It became a perpetual whisper pushed just beyond the financial horizon. That delay was manageable when Tesla held a virtual monopoly on global electric vehicle excitement. But as the market moved, that ghost evolved from a distant ambition into an immediate existential threat. Across the Pacific, a ferocious manufacturing juggernaut was surging out of Shenzhen. BYD, a company that started as a humble phone battery maker, was quietly executing the exact same bottom-up conquest that legacy automakers ignored until it was too late. BYD did not build a luxury brand to finance a budget car. They mastered cheap chemistry first. Driven by total supply chain ownership, BYD built its own semiconductor foundries, its own electric motors, and its own cobalt-free blade batteries. By controlling every chemical step from lithium processing to ocean shipping vessels, they unleashed budget electric vehicles like the Seagull, selling across overseas markets for a fraction of Western vehicle prices. While Western buyers stared at $40,000 entry-level electric cars, BYD exported over 1 million vehicles in a single year, moving rapidly toward a 1.5 million annual export target. Tesla suddenly found itself trapped in a dangerous strategic corridor. On the outside, BYD was swallowing emerging markets across Southeast Asia, Latin America, and Europe with sub-$20,000 hatchbacks. On the inside, Tesla's aging core product lineup was colliding with a stone wall known as the demand cliff. Look at what happened to the world's best-selling vehicle. The Model Y dominated global sales charts, but by the mid-2020s, market saturation began to bite. In major European markets, sales figures experienced sharp double-digit drops as the early adopter wave crested. The reality was simple. Almost every consumer who could afford a $45,000 crossover already had one parked in their driveway. To unlock the vast ocean of college students, young working families, and emerging market commuters, breaking the $30,000 price barrier was no longer optional. The financial pressure mounted as government safety nets dissolved. With federal clean vehicle tax credits expiring, the artificial price cuts that previously softened window stickers vanished. Tesla could no longer rely on policy subsidies to make a $37,000 Model 3 look like a $29,000 bargain. The company faced a terrifying gap. Their flagship vehicles were growing long in the tooth, while exotic halo projects like the Cybertruck were far too expensive to deliver the 20 million vehicle annual target promised in Master Plan Part 3. Hitting 20 million vehicles a year on legacy assembly lines is a mathematical impossibility. You can't reach that scale by shaving $500 off a bumper casting or stripping leather off a seat frame. To cut build costs in half, you have to take the century-old manufacturing process invented by Henry Ford and burn it to the ground. Close your eyes and picture a traditional automotive assembly plant. A long, snake-like conveyor belt pulls a hollow metal body in white through a maze of stations. Hundreds of human workers and mechanical arms contort themselves through cramped door frames to install wiring harnesses, carpet, dashboards, and glass. If a single pneumatic wrench drops a bolt at station 50, the entire miles-long line freezes for 500 workers down the track. It is sequential, fragile, and bloated with wasted movement. Tesla's answer is a total demolition of Ford's linear paradigm, the unboxed manufacturing process. Instead of threading a single hollow shell down a long track, Unboxed breaks the vehicle into 6 independent parallel subassemblies. In one zone, the front Gigacasting is manufactured. In another, the rear body is stamped. In a dedicated third bay, workers assemble the floor, which doubles as the structural battery pack, mounting the seats, center console, and carpeting directly on an open, flat platform with zero physical obstruction. This modular workflow eliminates the single biggest energy drain and financial bottleneck in the history of car manufacturing, the traditional paint shop. In a standard factory, the entire welded skeleton must be dipped into massive chemical vats and dragged through football field-long baking ovens just to paint metal nobody will ever see. Under the Unboxed method, individual exterior panels are painted separately before final assembly. Only at the absolute final second do these pre-completed modular blocks snap together like high-tech Lego bricks into a finished car. The financial result of this spatial revolution is staggering. Tesla estimates the Unboxed approach shrinks factory floor space by over 40% while cutting capital expenditure by half. Robots and technicians swarm open subassemblies from every angle simultaneously, eliminating thousands of hours of wasted motion. But this Unboxed miracle cannot function on visual design alone. It relies on 3 radical engineering pillars that strip out miles of hidden physical complexity. The first pillar is hyperscale gigacasting. Instead of welding together hundreds of individual stamped steel brackets, giant die casting presses inject white-hot liquid aluminum alloy into massive molds at extreme pressure. In a fraction of a second, entire front and rear underbodies solidify into single ultra-rigid metal structures. The second pillar is the structural battery floor. The battery pack is no longer a heavy steel box bolted beneath a car chassis. The battery pack is the chassis. By bonding dry electrode battery cells directly into a honeycomb matrix between top and bottom sheets, the battery floor absorbs structural loads, eliminating hundreds of pounds of dead weight and thousands of redundant fasteners. The third pillar is the quietest revolution of all, the transition from an ancient 12-volt electrical system to a lean 48-volt architecture. For over 60 years, automobiles have been wired with thick, heavy copper harnesses running low-voltage power to window motors, door locks, and steering racks. By quadrupling system voltage to 48 volts, the required electrical current drops by 3/4. This allows engineers to replace thick, heavy copper cable bundles with micro-thin wiring webs, shedding over 50 pounds of costly copper per vehicle while shrinking the central wiring harness down to a fraction of its former size. When you merge gigacasting, structural battery floors, and 48-volt power grids into an unboxed factory, you are not building a cheaper Model 3. You are breeding an entirely new industrial species engineered solely for brutal cost destruction. Every blueprint was finalized. Suppliers were instructed to prepare tooling for a mid-decade start at Gigafactory, Texas, and the automotive world waited for the official unveiling of Project Redwood. Then, headline writers panicked. Reports surfaced alleging that Tesla had abruptly killed the $25,000 consumer vehicle, pivoting all corporate engineering resources into an autonomous robotaxi. Wall Street reacted with immediate fury. Investors felt betrayed, believing Tesla was fleeing the high-volume electric vehicle war to gamble its future on unproven self-driving software. But as supply chain data slowly leaked from factory floors, the real strategy became clear. Tesla had not killed the budget vehicle, they had merged its DNA with the Cybercab. What emerged was a high-stakes, two-pronged platform strategy. Rather than creating two completely different vehicles from scratch, Tesla designed a single, ultra-flexible next-generation architecture capable of serving two distinct missions. On one side stands the Cybercab, a futuristic two-seater with no steering wheel, no pedals, and no rear glass, designed to operate in high-margin autonomous fleets. On the other stands Project Redwood, a low-cost, driver-operated compact crossover engineered for everyday global buyers. By forcing both vehicles to share the exact same unboxed manufacturing modules, 48-volt controllers, and structural LFP battery floors, Tesla slashed its development costs in half. The driverless Cybercab acts as the high-tech technology halo, while the consumer Redwood serves as the high-volume industrial engine driving factory utilization. But as retooling a factory for a totally unproven manufacturing process takes time, BYD continued to flood international ports with cheap hatchbacks. Tesla needed an immediate shield to protect its market share while the unboxed lines were built. That immediate shield is Plan B, a pragmatic strategy utilizing modified versions of existing assembly lines. Rather than waiting years for new factories to reach full volume, Tesla engineered streamlined variants of the Model 3 and Model Y. By integrating lower-cost lithium iron phosphate battery packs, simplifying interior trim, and deploying single-piece castings onto existing production lines, Tesla created an immediate defensive buffer. This stopgap strategy keeps factory lines running hot, buys time, and defends market share while construction crews inside Gigafactory, Texas, prepare the main stage for Project Redwood. So, what does this phantom vehicle actually look like when it rolls off the line? Based on internal development leaks and structural patents, do not expect a scaled-down, boring economy sedan. Project Redwood is engineered as an aggressive, compact crossover, a muscular, agile vehicle blending the sharp, geometric creases of the Cybertruck with the practical hatchback proportions required by European and Asian city streets. To reach a retail price hovering near $25,000 to $28,000 while preserving 20% gross margins, the battery choice is non-negotiable. Project Redwood relies on a cobalt-free, nickel-free, lithium iron phosphate chemistry. LFP cells are significantly cheaper to manufacture, structurally safer, and capable of being charged to 100% state of charge every single day for thousands of cycles without degrading. While LFP chemistry carries a lower energy density than exotic nickel formulations, a dense 53 kilowatt-hour pack easily yields a real-world driving range between 250 and 300 miles. Inside the cabin, the minimalist philosophy reaches its absolute extreme. You won't find real leather, complex motorized air vents, or multi-speaker sound systems. Instead, a single central touchscreen controls all vehicle operations, framed by durable, lightweight recycled textiles and simplified manual adjustments. It's a clean, hyper-functional workspace designed to be wiped down in seconds, whether used as a personal family commuter or an autonomous ride-hailing pod. Yet stepping onto an unproven industrial tightrope carries immense existential risk. Attempting a total revolution in vehicle assembly is a recipe for production hell. The unboxed process requires microscopic tolerances across massive modular castings. If a single rear subassembly twists by a fraction of a millimeter during high-speed robotic mating, the entire vehicle frame locks up, freezing the line. Simultaneously, tying the platform's financial success to autonomous full self-driving software creates a high-wire gamble with zero safety net. If full driverless approval stumbles against regulatory walls or edge case software bugs, Tesla risks getting stranded in a costly product valley, while agile Chinese competitors swallow entry-level market share. This is the ultimate battle for the soul of modern transportation. Elon Musk is betting that radical American manufacturing automation can out-innovate the massive vertical supply chain efficiency of China. If the unboxed process succeeds at scale, it will render century-old assembly lines obsolete overnight, proving that low-cost electric vehicles can be built profitably in Western factories. But if the machinery stalls under the weight of its own complexity, history will record this as the exact moment the pioneer lost its crown.